Right guys, today we're just going to look at the basic functions and features on a controller, okay? We're not going to get into CDJs and mixers, everything right now. We're just going to focus on the controller. So this is a Pioneer DDJ-SX. It's a 4-channel controller, but we're just going to focus on these 2 channels that you can see now, channel 1 and channel 2, okay? Not worrying about these because I appreciate most of the controllers that I showed you on my last tutorial only had 2 channels, okay? So let's keep it super simple. This is the crossfader, guys, and if you don't know, this is what controls both the channels and will bring them together once you have your mix nice and crisp and ready to share with the crowd, okay? So if you have the crossfader over to channel 1, left, it will only play what's on this side. If you have it all the way over on the right side to channel 2, you will only hear what's on this deck. Of course, if you have the crossfader in the middle, you will be able to hear what's on both the decks, okay? But make sure, obviously, that's why we use headphones as DJs. We only bring it over to the middle when we have our mix nice and tight and crisp and ready, that we want to pull it into the middle and obviously share what we've created with the crowd or the audience that we're playing to. Okay, so that's the crossfader. You've obviously got your channels, channel 1 up and down volume, channel 2 up and down volume. The trim buttons up here also control the volume of channel 1, channel 2, so obviously trim here. If this volume was all the way up and I was to pull the trim all the way up, obviously this would make it very loud, and vice versa, if I pulled it down it would make it very, very quiet. So I say keep the trims at 12 o'clock just for now. Same on this side. What we don't want to do, guys, ever is pull the trims up really loud and then pull the master up really loud. This is the master volume, okay? And then what we do, we start to redline, and by redlining I mean it's a really, really dangerous place to play because you can start to damage the speakers and the amplifiers and the equipment, whether it be at your house, whether it be in a club or a bar that you're playing at. So we have to respect the equipment and make sure that we never redline. So we keep the trims at 12 o'clock and we can have the master volume up if we need be, but we don't have everything cranked up because, believe me guys, you don't want to redline. Good DJs, this is the saying that I was taught when I started DJing, good DJs never redline, okay? So I'm going to pass that on to you guys. Don't ever redline, okay? It's not good. So these are the EQs. So you've got your bass, you've got your mids, and you've got your highs, which is your trebles. So obviously if I was playing a track and I was to take the bass out, you would hear no bass at all, okay? I could even go even further and play with the mids and it would sound ultra trebly. I'm not gonna get into too much about the EQs today. I'm just showing you where they are. I'm gonna do other tutorials focusing on stuff like that. So these are your EQs. These are your filters, so you've got your LPF and HPF, so obviously when you're playing with these and twisting them, it will give different dynamics to the tune. I'm not going to play any songs today because I just want to purely focus on the features, okay? I don't want this to be a long video. And obviously channel number 2, LPF, HPF there. So we've done the channels, EQs, trims, HPF, LPF, the filters, super duper. Okay, brilliant. So these are obviously the jog wheels. So this controls deck number 1. So if you were to scratch and everything, that would be deck number 1. Deck number 2, channel number 2 over here is here. These are your tempo controls, so your speed. So obviously if this was to be at the top, it would be slow. The lower you pull it down here, okay, will make it nice and fast. Obviously, if it's at the top, it's slow, and you play with this to obviously determine the tempo of your song to beat match both songs together. I'm just keeping it in super, super simple terms, guys, okay, because I appreciate people may be watching this who have no experience at all DJing, never seen a controller before, so they need to keep it super simple. And I know I keep saying super simple, but that's because I'm going to keep it super simple. You're going to get bored of me saying that, but I don't care. It's all good. So obviously this is the tempo for the right hand side of the deck here. I'm not going to focus too much on these controls here, dual decks and whatnot. I don't want to confuse you. These are obviously your pads, your pad modes. So obviously you can set hot cues. You've got roll mode, slicer mode, sampler mode. But for now, the tutorials that I'm going to be doing after this video is going to be focusing on hot cues and how to set hot cues, okay? You've obviously got your cue button to obviously cue up your song, which is this button here. The cue button, and then you've obviously got your play and pause button here, okay? These little knobs at the top here are for your effects, obviously on and off buttons for when you're using them, but I'm going to do a complete separate tutorial on effects as well, because obviously there are lots of effects and I want to make sure that we pay them enough time and attention so you guys learn how to do them. So guys, that's basically it. I know it's been a short video, but I think you can definitely reference back to this video and start to learn the basic features and functions of a controller. Okay guys, so I'm going to leave it there for today. Please make sure you do like the video, leave a comment and subscribe and press the bell notification. As I've told you before, I'm going to be dropping multiple videos throughout the week, and please don't miss out on the content. Go and join me in the DJ Mastermind group. The link is in the description, and also go and get your free DJ marketing ebook that I've done for you guys completely free. Again, the link is in the description. Okay guys, get to practicing, take care, and I'll see you soon.